Sarcopenic obesity is now being increasingly recognized. People look apparently fit, but they aren't apparently fit. When you break it down and analyze them, you find that most of the people tend to have a high fat content and low muscle mass, and that's what we term actually as sarcopenia. You may have people who are obese and metabolically healthy. You may have people who are obese and metabolically unhealthy. And similarly, you may have lean people who are metabolically healthy and who are lean people who are metabolically unhealthy. I think the best tool that we can assess these patients is with body composition analysis. And when we do that, we find out the percentage of body fat an individual has, the amount of visceral fat an individual has, and the amount of muscle mass that the patient has got. And all this sort of gives us an intervention point that how should we approach a patient and what should be our advice to an individual patient to correct these abnormalities so that we can keep them away from either cardiovascular risk or cerebrovascular risk. The people who are elderly and sarcopenic, people tend to get a lot of, limb dysfunction. They tend to have frailties, fractures, falls, all these kinds of things because they don't have enough of muscle mass. So there has to be a sustained effort on part of the patient to see that whatever he does it in a long-term goal in mind and not flits between, weight loss and weight regains, because that is going to be very detrimental. And the more cycles that the patient has got of this weight loss and weight regain, it's only going to add more and more to the sarcopenia. I think education remains an important aspect. We need to educate them about good nutrition, good healthy lifestyles, the importance of exercise. And I think as part of our assessment for a patient in clinics, it is becoming increasingly important that we need to do body composition analysis of patients, because till date, all we were looking at is weight, BMI, waist circumference as an assessment for obesity. Because today the interaction has become very important because patients not only require medical advice, but they also require a lot of advice in terms of lifestyle management, nutrition, exercise training, and there is a sort of, combined approach that we would like to have our patients for their well-being.